Hey, what's up? Skillshot04 here. Today I'm going to be talking about how to drone in Rainbow Six Siege. Droning is a really important aspect of Rainbow Six Siege, and it's an aspect that not a lot of people, especially beginners, put enough emphasis on. So I'm going to show you how to drone effectively and efficiently, and that's going to really help you in your gameplay, and it's going to help you win more rounds and win more games. So the first thing you think about when you're droning is where you want to enter from. So on the map Vila, let's say I want to enter from balcony, so I'm going to spawn in ruins, right? And it puts my drone over here in this roundabout area. So I'm going to go inside the building, and I want to set it up so that it can watch the entrance where I'm going to be entering. So I'm going to come up the stairs, I'm going to be looking for enemies. I'm not going to be scanning, I'm not going to be doing that, because if there is an enemy, I don't want to spot them because I don't want to lose my drone. Now I'm going to set my drone up right here on this balcony so that I can go inside. And the round starts, and I'm going to go in just like normal, rip out the sides. And before I even get on the balcony, I'm going to hop back on my drone, and I'm going to clear out the room. The way I normally do this is I go in carefully with my drone looking for any spot the defenders might be holding. So I know the defenders might be holding that doorway over there. So I'm going to be careful of that because I don't want them to shoot out my drone. So I'm going to slowly peek that doorway. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to check to make sure no one's over there. And so I've ascertained that this room is clear. So I'm going to park my drone underneath something so it's hidden. I'm going to get off. Now I'm going to break the barricade open, which makes a lot of noise. So I'm going to hop back on my drone. I'm going to see if that noise alerted anyone, because I already cleared out the room and no one was there. But if I break open the barricade, someone might have heard it and they might come running. If I'm close to sight, maybe an anchor watching from that doorway, or if it's a roamer, they may be trying to get an easy entry kill. So I'm just going to double check to make sure no one is in here. I'm going to come inside, okay? And let's say that for the sake of this example, that the bomb site is in trophy room. So once I'm inside, I'm going to hop back on my drone, and I'm going to clear out aviator room. Okay, I can make sure this is clear. Ignore that the bomb is here. We're pretending it's not. And I'm going to check everywhere the attacker could be. But I'm going to do it really efficiently, so I'm not going to check everything. I'm just going to check everything in the immediate vicinity. Just going to do a quick scan. Make sure no one's there. I'm going to move into the next room. And from here, I'm going to get on my drone again. And you're going to keep doing this, clearing out every room that you see. That way you can clear out any roamers or anyone that's playing is looking for an easy kill. Let's say I spot someone on stairs with my drone, right? They should get out. Well, now I have that info. So I can move in and I can try to take this engagement. And I can try to kill them. Whereas if I didn't drone and I just dry peek this, they may have killed me. But since I drone it out, they know I'm coming and they may back off. So it may save me. So that's what you're going to primarily use your drones for, clearing out the rooms before you go in the building and as you're working through the building to make sure nothing surprises you. Because as a defender, you can hold a lot of funky angles. I mean, if I'm a defender, I can hold this angle, I can hold this angle, I could be crouching down, holding an angle like this. I could really be doing anything, and when you're going in without any intel, it's hard to clear all those angles out effectively and efficiently. So that's what you're going to be wanting to do at the beginning of the round, setting it up for where you want to enter, clearing out the rooms so you can enter, and clearing out the rooms as you go along. Now later in the round, the drone is still very important. You want to drone out the site and see who's playing on site. Now this can be very risky because they're often going to shoot out your drone, and if you're close to site, they could kill you. But you want to try to get your drone in a position that could be really useful if you were to die or just checking for intel. So let's say I get it behind this statue right here, no one saw me. Get it. If I were to die, I would still have this drone that I could relay information to my teammates because it's in a really good position. So I can give information to my teammates. I can let them know, okay, there's no one by trophy room, you can move in, or statuary room, sorry. If there's no one in statuary room, you can move in. So you want to set your drone up in good positions to get intel. Now, playing off that theme of getting intel, we're going to talk about how to use your drone. Is number one, to cover your flank, and number two is bait. So let's say I'm taking these stairs by astronomy, okay? I'm coming up here, and I don't have a teammate behind me. Well, I can drop a drone back here. And I know that not always, but there's a high chance that someone may destroy that drone if they're flanking. So if I continually check it, and I see that it shot out, I know there's probably someone behind me, and I can get them. Now we're going to discuss using your drone as bait. Okay, so let's say I think there's someone up here, right? But I don't know there's someone up here, and I want to check it. I'm going to throw my drone out. Now, a lot of good people, if I'm a defender and I see someone throw the drone out, right? I'm going to move in. I'm going to try to kill whoever it is that threw it out, because I'm assuming they're right here. So if you throw your drone out, someone may think that you're about to get on your drone, get on your cams. So they may try to kill you, and you can kill them first. So you can use it as bait in a lot of situations, and will get you a lot of free kills. So let's say I get the diffuser down, right? And I'm the only one left alive, and I don't have a lot of health left. And I don't know where the last defender is, so I don't want to take that gunfight. You can throw a drone down. Just hide it somewhere in the room, and you can check to see if someone's on the diffuser. This is a really good tactic to use if you have a spare drone or drone in the bomb site, because you're putting a lot less risk on yourself. There's a lot higher chance that you're going to survive. A lot of people will fake the diffuser, so now if you have a drone on it, you can tell if someone's faking it or if they're sticking it, and you can kill them. So we talked about how you want to use your drone, but now we need to discuss how you're actually going to physically drone out. What techniques are you going to use to ensure that you're very efficient in your droning and that your drone is not going to get destroyed? So if I hop on my drone right here, let's say I'm trying to drone out master bedroom, right? As I approach it, I'm going to be hidden off to the right here, because I don't want anyone that's a defender to see my drone and shoot it out. If there's someone in that doorway and they see me droning out right here, they're just going to shoot it. It's not going to do me any good. So I'm going to come from the right here. I'm going to check the corner, and check the bed, and check over there. And again, this is a lot like if you're scouting out and clearing your room with yourself, physically, with a gun. But it's with a drone. Now you're not going to want to be as thorough, you're not going to be as careful, but you're going to want to be fairly careful so that you don't lose it immediately. So as I'm going through, I'm just going to be checking these corners, trying not to get shot. And you don't want to just move the open doorway. So if I just move, boom, like this, and there's a defender right there, it's really hard for me to get out and escape that. So you're going to want to come around cautiously. And as you're going around the map, you're going to want to be careful for Mozzies. A lot of people just move their drone in. If there's a Mozzie on the team, even if you don't know there's a Mozzie, you want to be very careful when approaching doorways or jumping over windows. There's not a window over here. But you want to be careful moving the doorways or jumping over windows, because there could be a Mozzie, and you don't want Mozzie to get your drone, because that's a really powerful tool to have on defense. So just watch out for Mozzies or watch out for mutes. Now something else that you want to look out for when you're droning are any traps. So lesion mines, because they're really easy to see from a drone's perspective. Frost mats, Kapkan traps, and Ela mines. You really want to pay attention to see if you can find those. Ela mines are normally behind doorways, so you're not going to know they're there until you run into them. Kapkan traps can be easy to miss, and lesion mines are really hard to spot if you don't spawn them with a drone and if you don't have an IQ. So that's how you're going to want to kind of clear cautiously, but not super cautiously, because the goal of droning is to clear rooms out so that you can get in. So your drone is expendable, but don't waste it needlessly. Just be careful with it and make sure that you can always capitalize off of whatever you do with it. So if you see someone there, make sure that you capitalize off that and either go a different route or get the kill. Now, do not drone too far ahead. So let's say I'm still outside, right? And I'm just droning all over the place. And I go straight into, let's say, aviator room site. And I go straight into sight. And I'm like, oh, there's a rook and there's a legion. And boom, my drone dies. Well, that's not going to do me any good. I now don't have any tool to tell if anyone's by me. By the time anyone gets to the site, everyone's going to be moved. The defenders are going to be in different positions. It's not going to do anyone any good. So make sure that you don't get too far ahead with your drone. Always be close to your person. No more than, I say, 2 rooms ahead. And that's pretty much it. Also, at the start of the round, when you get your prep drones, you want to save those. You definitely want to save those. Like I said, put them where you're going to enter on the map. But when you're droning out in the prep phase, do not try to spot the bomb or tag the enemies. Spotting the bomb is okay, actually, if you're solo queuing and you need to figure out where it is. But do not try to tag the defenders to figure out who it is. If you can get an easy tag and you're just about to escape with the drone, like let's say it's at the barricade, and you can tag someone as they run by and then get out, fine. But besides that, do not tag it because there's a high chance they're going to look through your drone and find it, because drones are not that stealthy. So yeah, just make sure you do everything you can to not lose your drone, because it's a really powerful asset. But you know, if you lose it, no big deal, it happens. So the last thing I want to talk about is droning for your teammates. Maybe you have someone that you queued up that wants to entry frag, or maybe it's just a random person that asks you to drone out for them. The way you can do this is you're just going to go in with the drone, kind of like before, a little bit quicker this time though. You're not going to be as thorough and careful to save the drone. You're going to just go through and try to spot if anyone's there. If they're there, it's really, I would ping. I would constantly be scanning so I can ping them. That way your fragger can get them. So you can go through, let's say they're behind, library desk right here. I'm going to ping and I'm going to say behind library desk. And then your entry fragger can go in. If he knows where they are, you ping them, and you can get that kill. So that's how you're going to want to use your drone to entry frag. Alright, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Hopefully this helps you out in your game. Droning is really important, and the more you focus on it, the better you're going to do, because the name of the game in Rainbow Six Siege is info. So the more info you have, the better you're going to perform, and the more games you're going to win. So yeah, hopefully this helped you. If you liked it, then leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to grow right now. If you have any droning tips that you personally adhere to, let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. Have a good time. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.